Hey Adam, I figured I'd try to give you some the notes on the Turkish Get Up that are pretty simple and easy to make big improvements. So I'll walk through it with you. One of the things about the Turkish Get Up that's really useful is to change your mindset from lifting a weight to moving underneath the weight. It seems like maybe it's not a big deal, but it actually matters a lot. So the steps of it you probably know. I find that if you have this parallel grip where your hand's not turned in, and that shoulder internally rotated, but if you keep that shoulder externally rotated and light up your lat during the entire thing, it's going to help a lot. For this other arm, put your hand on the side of your hip, and it creates an angle with your base arm, and that usually ends up being pretty good. So keep that there, and then just straighten your arm. This hand should go here, and typically it won't move at all. So you've got your shoulders away from your ears during this entire thing. Try to focus on keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Not shrugged up, but the anti-shrug. That'll use your mid-back and your lat. So from here, you place this foot, I like it high and outside so that I can drive in an angle. So from here, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, drive in an angle from here. That goes up to the position 1. Go to your hand. It should not change its position. It is still where we set it. And I'm just positioning myself under the weight. Now from here, all I'm going to do is create a T from this left hand underneath the weight and pull my left leg underneath. From here, this is a really important position, so I'm going to come out of position and talk to you about it. This foot, this knee, and this hand, I should be able to look down and see a nice straight line. That, with this being the base of a T and this being the top of a T, this is the most important position. If I am over here, I am now weaker. So you'll see a lot of people who do Turkish Get-Ups and their hand is behind their knee. That's a horribly weak position. The strongest position is right here, where the hand, knee, and foot are in a perfect line. What this does then is it gets you sitting. I'll show you from this direction. This is now a one-legged hinge position. And so what I can do is, I don't lift my upper body up. I simply drive this hip between my knee and the weight. And if I do that, the weight comes up. Okay? So it's going to be a much stronger position. So returning back to where I was, I've got my shoulder away from my ear. My lat is lit up. I've got the perfect T with the straight line between my foot, knee, and hand. And from here, I drive that hip between the weight and the floor. Two different options. You can spin on the knee to get this lunge position. A lot of people don't like that. It hurts the skin of their knee. So from here, they simply get to the lunge position by moving the front foot. It doesn't much matter. Whatever's comfortable for you. And here you're in the lunge. You reverse lunge back, come down, pivot the knee around. To find this perfect straight line, instead of just going down, a lot of people go here and go behind them. That's really weak on the obliques. I follow my thigh down with my hand, come out about 8 inches, and I look down and I'm in that perfect position again. This is a really strong position. Even with the weight overhead, I can remove that hand and I don't change because I'm in a deep hinge position. I pull the leg through. You can either do a high bridge or a low sweep. I'm doing the low sweep right here because I'm showing you for a heavier get up. And then you're back down to the elbow, back down. And you'll see this hand position is in the right spot, so I'm not wasting any movement. So to give you an idea with the weight, once I have the weight in position here, I set everything up, I squeeze the glutes, I drive, I go to the hand, right here, I'm in a strong position. I'm just doing that to show you. I drive up, I go to the lunge, I go to the standing, reverse lunge, follow the hand down. I'm again in a strong position here. I go to the foot. Watch the straight line of your foot, knee, and hand. Keep your shoulders away from your ears to engage those lats and that mid-back. and work on moving under the weight instead of lifting the weight. Should add a lot of weight to your Turkish Get Up.